Good morning. This is Sweet Tea here. So, I think I have noticed a few boo-boos with the launch of Honeyglow Woods. Um, Here, looking at the main menu, you can see something doesn't quite look right because the screen. This actually is not the correct menu screen, and you can't hear the sound, but the Hercules music is actually playing. Because if everyone remembers, with the Hercules update, you can see Hercules standing in the middle, and you'll see him with Phil, and you'll see the realm behind them playing the Hercules music. But with the launch of Honeyglow Woods, upon launching the game, this is the menu screen that we have now. And as soon as I saw this, I thought, this kind of reminds me, like, this is something you would see maybe from the earliest game days of Dreamlight Valley. So I actually got into the Discord and I actually asked someone, and sure enough, they did say that this was a teaser image for the game in its earliest days, and that a lot of people were wondering who lived here in the tree, which of course we all know that Mother Gothel is in there. And you can see the you can see Bee, so you can see Mickey, Goofy, and of course, you can see the raccoon that's there in the swamp, even though the raccoons are not here in the swamp area in the forest of the Glade of Trust. The crocodiles are actually here. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and launch the game. And with this, you can also see here's another screen. This is not the correct loading screen because once again, we are supposed to be seeing Hercules, and then this image that you're seeing. Once again, this is from the earlier days when Dreamlight Valley was in its very beginnings. So the game kind of seems to have reverted itself a little bit. And here I am in Honeyglow Woods. You can see I have moved quite a bit because I have not decorated the area yet. And I am actually stuck on this mission, which says Interlude 3, The Shadowy Surprise, where it says collect the honey pots from around the room to block out the shadows. So for anyone watching this, a heads up that there is a major game-breaking bug glitch for this quest if you do not do it correctly. And sadly, I am one of the players that have gotten this until we either get a hot fix, or I actually have submitted a ticket to Gameloft to ask them, is there any fix around this? What's their suggestions? Because I'm thinking they might just email me the 4 honey pots that the quest needs, and then maybe it'll fix itself. I do not know. But anyway, when you get to this mission, and it takes place here in Braveheart Grove, we're going to go over there. And let's see. And this is, of course, part of Piglet's game, part of Piglet's mission. See? I've already completed this area, so we're actually going to run down here. And then you get past this puzzle, and then it goes here into the room. Now, and initially you're going to see shadows on the walls that scare Piglet. He'll run out, and then he'll tell you, find something to block the shadows. Now, these 4 honey pots, you have to pick them up from the room. 2 of them, of course, you just move the obstacles. The other one, there was a fishing spot here. You have to fish it out of this honey. And then the other one, which I believe it was over here, a lot of people think there's issues with you can't pick it up. And I actually restarted my game thinking it glitched. In fact, I couldn't tell it at first, but you actually have to dig up the pink honey pot, and then you pick it up, and once you have them, you come over here and place them in their designated spots. But if you exit out of the game, before the game has registered that you have picked up all 4 pots, like if you picked up 1, 2, or 3 of them and you save and exit out of the game and restart it, this is what's going to happen. It will reset the progression to where, or I should say, if you actually pick them up and then you place them down in their spots, and then you save and exit, when you come back to log onto the game, this is what's going to happen. The game is not registering that you have already placed the honey pots down. It does not understand that you have already picked up and collected the honey pots and that you've already put them in their designated spots. So that's why I say that this is a game-breaking bug right now until Gameloft can make a hot fix for it or a patch. Because, like I said, I do not know if they're actually going to be mailing these honey pots to the player so that it will so that the quest will update itself. That might be a temporary fix until they do hot fix or patch it. Because once you do have these placed down, and I believe it says you're supposed to talk to Piglet again, and then you will be able to interact with these, but as you can see, I cannot, and you can see where the spots here are the glittering, but there is no prompt to interact, and I am pressing all kinds of buttons. You can see that it is not working. I have tried to relog several times. You cannot open the furniture menu to pick them up and move them. I think about maybe 6 other players have on the Discord, on the Dreamlight Valley Discord, have reported having this game-breaking issue. So my advice to everyone is pick up all 4 of the pots so that it updates. Do not pick them up and then go place them down onto the designated areas, or you will encounter this glitch. Right, so we're actually going to exit out of here because right now in Honeyglow Woods, this is my stopping point until I hear back from Gameloft to see what they tell me. Because until this gets fixed, I cannot move, I cannot unlock the next biome, the Nectar Apiary, or however you say it. Because then that will also allow me to unlock all of the trees and plants, everything over there, the flora and fauna, and also to unlock more crafting blueprints, and possibly unlock more clothes. But yeah, so this is where I'm currently at right now. I cannot do anything. Alright, let's go back over here to this. Okay, so we can get out of the gloominess. Another couple of things. Alright, so we're actually going to open up this. Now, I do not know if this is the new layout for the shop. As you can see, those little small square icons are gone, and we actually have, I believe this is our old icons back. And this is the way it looks now. But I do not know if this is the way it's supposed to look, or if the game itself may be reverted back to an earlier stage. Like I was talking about with the main menu screen and then the loading screen, those are incorrect. They're not supposed to look like that. Because if that is the way it was supposed to look, we wouldn't be hearing the Hercules music playing in the background. So, like I said, I do not know if this is the way it's supposed to look, or if they did update this. And then down here, if you look by expansions, see, I actually already own the Storybrooke Vale expansion, so I do not know why this is even showing up here for me. And another thing that I am going to make known here is that this was talked about last night in the Dreamlight Valley Discord channel, to where if you look down here where it says the View the Steam store, if you look underneath it, how, yes, it says it costs real money. It's always said that, but they have put some new wording on this where it says purchases grant a revocable license, not ownership. And like I said, a couple of people were talking about this last night, saying like, "What is this? I don't understand. What's this mean?" Because this was actually throwing up red flag for a couple of the players. It worried them, myself included. So another player was explaining this to us, that what this means is that, since this game is played online, it's an online game service, that it just means that when you are purchasing the game, you're not purchasing the game so much, you're just buying you're renting the game. That's the best way I know how to say, is that really you're renting the game. And that when it says a revocable, meaning that it is at Gameloft's discretion to where they can revoke your license. What is this going on? And this is all appearing after what Sony was, how they said they're not going to be making physical copies of games anymore. So a couple of people were saying, here's more of Sony's silliness and PlayStation happening, like, look what they're doing. And really, I don't think Sony has anything to do with this. They're just this is the gaming age. This is where the gaming age is going now, to where you're not owning the game anymore, you're just simply renting it. This is no different than if you were whenever you have subscriptions to Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, all of those streaming services. You're not buying any of those movies or TV shows. You're just renting them. It's no different than back in the day when we all used to go to video stores and rent movies. That's all this is. All right. Okay, and then other new things. Let me see, map. Oh, yeah, and then this. I do love the new fast travel menu. Before, it was just a list to where we would have to, just pick it from the drop-down menu. But this actually brings some life to the fast travel, to where you can actually see pictures of where you're going. I mean, I have actually fast traveled to an area that I didn't mean to. For instance, like the Forest of Valor and the Glade of Trust, I actually get those two locations mixed up so much. I would teleport to the forest, and I'm thinking, no, I meant to go to the Glade, and vice versa. But of course, now with actually seeing now where you are teleporting, it does make it easier. You know where you're going. Don't care so much about the floating islands and you can see all these different pictures of the new fast traveling, and this is very nice. I do like this. All right, and then we also have a new event. Here we go. And the picture pursuit event, I do not remember. I think this is a returning event, because if you look over here where it says the picture pursuit here on the side, where you can see the people on the film, I vaguely remember seeing this from a long time ago. And if you read the description here, there is something that I've noticed. Let me see, where is it? Here it is. This is new, where it says, to make sure to unlock Merlin, Mickey, Moana, Buzz, Alice, Peter Pan, and Cinderella to start their limited quest. And remember that only one of them will spawn per day. Now, when on previous these mini events. I've never seen where the wording has said that remember that only one of them will spawn per day. And I do understand and know why they have added that description into this, because a lot of players will come into the Dreamlight Valley Discord and they will say, I unlocked, say I did Mickey's quest, but I can't do the other ones. I can't tell you how many times I've told other players, these are daily quests. You cannot do all of them from every single villager that's partaking in the event. If you got Mickey's for the day, okay, you completed it, that's it, you're done. You're not going to be able to do any more for the rest of the day, and then so on and so on. One day it's Mickey, another one it might be Moana, the third day it might be Alice. Because some players, they just don't understand. They see it and they think, oh, okay, so I can do, let me see, how many are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There is 7 villagers, and they will think, oh, you can do all 7 quests every single day. And yeah, like I said, myself and other players in the Discord have told them, no, it's one villager, one quest for every single day. So I am glad that they put that in here where it says, remember that only one of them will spawn per day. And I think in future Star Paths events, whatevers, that they are probably going to start including this to say, remember, you only get one of these once a day. So I am glad that they did write that on here. And then here's our new Dream Snap. I have not even started mine yet. Where it says the lazy cozy day. Build and decorate a relaxed scene filled with warmth, treats, and cozy corners. Enjoy a pot of honey like Winnie the Pooh, or a bit of fine cheese like Remy on a carefree afternoon. Because I do not know if I'm wanting to do my Dream Snap indoors or outdoors yet. Because I have not even started decorating the Honeyglow Woods biomes. They are so very empty. Hopefully I will be able to do something that's decent enough for this challenge. Because I am drawing a little bit of a blank on this one. Because really, this Dream Snap reminds me of Belle's Cozy, the book nook from a couple of weeks back, because really that's what this is. It's instead of Belle's book nook, it's pretty much whatever villager you're wanting to use is cozy corner. So, but with the release of Honeyglow Woods, I imagine that the Dream Snaps for this week's contest, or for the Lazy Cozy Days contest, that they are going to be flooded with everything that's Winnie the Pooh. You're going to see Winnie, Eeyore, Piglet, Tigger. Yeah, and then I know some players have said no, they don't want to buy it. Because it's not a real, true DLC. It's not worth the money. And then other players are actually complaining because I do not know what happened, but apparently when they first released the game, some players were actually able to get Honeyglow Woods for free. I think there was a system glitch when they were launching it, making it go live, and it was ringing up on the checkouts for everybody that it was free. Just for some players. For some players, they got it for free. Other ones, they did have to pay for it. And then the ones that did actually have to pay for it, they're complaining, saying, okay, well, if other players got it for free, why can't I? And I just thought that was the most silliest thing to be complaining about. You should have been taught this at an early age as a child, that nothing in life is free. You don't get something for nothing. So the players that are complaining, saying, hey, why didn't I get it for free, but they did? Because here's the thing. How do you know later on that Gameloft didn't actually contact these players saying, hey, there was a glitch in the system. We see that you actually acquired the game for free. That they're actually, for all you know, they're actually going to revoke the Honeyglow Woods DLC for that player, and then tell them that they're going to have to go through the store, Steam, Xbox, Switch, whatever platform that they bought it on to play this game. For all you know, like I said, yeah, they're telling them, okay, you got it for free. You're going to have to go through your store again and go through the whole checkout process and legitimately buy and pay for the game. You cannot get it for free because it. I mean, I do not know if that's what they are going to do. If they're just going to let it slide or whatnot. Because if everybody tried to get it for free, what players don't realize is, do you realize how much money the developer would lose on the game? And here's the thing. If everybody just got it for free, then I would like to think that they would tell everybody that they'll never make another adventure pack again. And then there goes that whole idea. We'll never get another adventure pack for any group of characters from a specific movie universe. So I am not complaining that I had to pay for it. I have no issues for that. All right, but back here to the game. Yeah, you can see where, yes, this area is very empty. I would like to start decorating the biome, but sadly, since I am stuck here on the Shadowy Surprise, yeah, you can't really go over here because it's not unlocked, but here you can see these trees and these purple bushes. Yeah, see, I can't see too much. And you can see there's something there. Oh, and then over here, you see, you can see this, the windmill. And then there's something there. And then I know there's another tree, and I think I saw another bush, another fruit. Oh, yeah, there's another tree. But yeah, you can see I can't move too much. Oh, and then of course, yeah, you can see where there's the other teleport wall. Oh, and then see, here's another little sitting area. Oh, and there's something right there that says it has to be built. But yeah, see, so, and then that of course is the last area. Oh, it actually showed up something here. Yeah, I should not be able to access anything from this. It probably just a glitch. I probably just hovered over something. But yeah, because I do not want to decorate the biomes until I have absolutely unlocked everything that I possibly can, because I do want access to everything. And I am not sure if I want to actually have Winnie over here, or if I actually want to have him in the nectar biome, because since we do actually have 4 areas, I thought about maybe putting Pooh over here in the nectar apiary biome, maybe putting Tigger here in the drowsy, hold on, here we go, in the drowsy bloom acre, and of course you get Eeyore from the Gloom Meadow, and Piglet in the Braveheart Grove. So, and then of course in the future, if we do get more characters from Winnie the Pooh, then of course, if they decide to add Christopher Robin, or Rabbit, Gopher, Owl, Kanga, and Roo, then if at all possible, I would really love to put all of them here in the Honeyglow Woods. That is something I try and do for a specific DLC that fits the biome. And let me see here. The same with, let me see here, where is it? Storybrooke. Yeah, I think that's where it's at. Yeah, here, like for instance, at my Teapot Falls, I have that heavily Alice in Wonderland designed. I have not designed the woods, the fortress, or the beanstalk marshes, as I am actually running out of space. The whole Elysian Fields, the plains, the statue Shadow, and Mount Olympus, that is all completely built up to be Greek design. And then, of course, the blind is where I have my Beauty and the Beast characters living because Belle loves to read so much. And I've also made, in the process of making a little village for her, the provincial village that she sings about in the beginning of the movie. And okay, here in Eternity Isle, the docks and courtyard are pretty much empty, and so is the grasslands and the lagoon. The only thing I've really somewhat designed is the Borderlands and the Oasis. And on Wish Blossom Ranch, I really only have like maybe 200 spots left for decorating, and then I will run out. I am hoping in the future they do give us another limit increase. Oh, wait a minute, here we go. For instance, here, yeah, you can see the limit is at the cap is 600 when you have extra objects turned on. And after that, you cannot place anything else. Honestly, it would be nice. I mean, I understand why they have the limit for people that play it on console or if they're playing this on a mobile. I know they don't want the game to lag, but I feel if you're playing this on PC, your game should be able to handle being uncapped for objects. Yeah, it might go a little bit slow, but if your game can handle it, then I say why not uncap it or slowly keep increasing it. Like right here it says the ultimate cap is 6,000. Maybe increase it to 8,000 and see what happens. And if people are not having issues, then after that, maybe then put it at the 10,000 cap. But we will have to wait and see. But yeah, that is all I wanted to talk about on this little video. I hope everybody is enjoying their Honeyglow Woods and that they are having fun. But like I said in the earlier parts of this video, when you get to the Interlude 3, the Shadowy Surprise, make sure you pick up all 4 of the honey pots before progressing the mission, or you will be where I am at right now, having to wait for a reply from Gameloft. Alright, well, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. This is Sweet Tea signing off.